Today on Singles Court, Anna walked after Luis attended his ex's farewell fete.
Stumbles into bed. He smells like a
brewery.
Now things have come to a head.
And the condom was missing.
The what?
And it's safe to say that Anna's not tickled by Luis's tricks.
You have to trust me. I
don't
didn't do
trust
anything
you
like
at
that.
And Andrew's a former jerky boy who wants to rekindle a friendship with his ex.
I slept with Jane when I was with Nola.
Is Andy Randy? Or is he just trying to make amends?
He kissed me on my neck.
I kissed her. See that?
No, but he
that
knows
was just
about my neck.
that was just an impulse. We had beef.
No.
Hello and welcome to Singles Court. This is the place where singles come to work out relationship problems that they couldn't fix on their own. And who better to help them than a woman who is an author, lecturer, she even owned and ran her own dating service. She is relationship expert Angela Segal.
Hi, David.
Hello, Angela.
I couldn't think of a better jacket to wear. You know, it's a jungle out there,
Yeah.
you know, the whole...
So you went out and found a giraffe. That's excellent.
Right. You know, if the trees get taller, the neck gets longer.
That's
You
right.
just- that's
You
right.
got it. All right, Angela. Meet Luis and Anna. Luis is a used car dealer and Anna's a seamstress. Luis says he only attended a farewell party for his ex-girlfriend because Anna said it would be okay. So why did she move out the next day? He wants an explanation. She says she'll never trust him again. I call it the case of party on and I'm gone.
Anna, you just left? No explanation? Just left?
Well, he left me no choice, really.
What did I do?
What do you mean, what did you do?
You haven't explained it. You just left.
Well, let's back up to the relationship. Now, he went to a farewell party for...
For his ex, Sally. Sally calls us all the time, night and day, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. It really doesn't matter.
The two of you live together?
Yes, we've been
We've
dating.
been together for a year.
Yes, and we've been living together for 3 months because, you know, we're going to start a family one day, or at least I thought we were going to start a
Look, I
family
was going to
one day.
propose to her next month. I was saving for the ring, but she left. And I can't figure out why. Look, it took a lot of work to bring her here.
At any rate,
her mother
Sally-
wouldn't speak to me. Her sister wouldn't speak to me. I had to speak to her brother to get her to come here.
And I'm here, aren't I?
Okay, so let's do something about it. Now, as far as the relationship between the two of you was fine, but then there was this party. But you didn't have a problem with him going to the party, right?
What was I going to say? No, you can't. He's an adult. But she calls all the time. It's like it's not really
Look,
over.
Angela, I love Anna very much.
Well, why does Sally call you all the time? Why do you
Well,
still have that relationship?
I feel obligated. You know, she's having a tough
Obligated.
time making
He doesn't
a
feel
go of her
obligated to
life.
me. You don't feel obligated to me. But
I
you feel-
do. I
Well,
really
then why
do.
don't you tell her to stop calling?
Well, let's go back to the situation where, okay, now, so this Sally is basically in between the two of you. But he still went to the farewell party. Was she
Went to
leaving?
the party?
Was she
She's
going
leaving to work on another city. She got a
Well,
job.
that's a good thing. Then you should have been happy. That's
I was doing
But
a little dance.
she invited her as well to go to the
Well, how
party.
come you didn't go?
Why am I good? It's his friend.
But you were invited as well. So
Well, she did. I mean, that is the right thing. You were invited. You chose not to go. Okay. Okay. So now it's bon voyage, which is happy. You should be glad.
I should be glad,
Okay.
but Mr. Party Boy over here was out for like.
Well, look, I felt all right to go because she said, go, it's fine.
Okay,
it's fine
so-
for
and
me,
you
so I felt
went.
good. I must admit, we did drink a lot of margaritas. You know, we had a lot of friends
But
there. There was a
were
lot
lots
of people there.
Okay. So it wasn't the two of you alone.
No.
There were lots of people.
We had a great time. We had
Sure.
a great time,
I'm
but
sure you had a
unfortunately,
great
I
time,
arrived
a really
late.
great time.
I arrived really late, and I was drunk, and I'm
Okay, so
sorry
what
about that.
happened
Look,
at
I
the
never
party?
done it before.
What happened at the party that made you so upset?
I'm waiting for him. It's 1 o'clock, then 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Finally he shows up. Stumbles into bed. He smells like a
No, I took my-
brewery. And anyway, I got up.
So you got on, what, 4 in the morning?
I got up
4 in the
4 in the morning. I'm sorry. Look, I apologize. I never do it again. I never got drunk before. I did it this time. I'm sorry.
Never.
You've never been drunk before. Is that what you're saying? Never been drunk?
Not with her, no.
Oh,
with her.
that's baloney.
Yes, I haven't.
Oh, well, you're not mad because he was drunk anyway.
No,
right?
I'm not.
Okay. So he stumbles in the bed and
stumbles into
So you're
bed.
mad because he's stayed out late, or you're mad? I guess I'm missing.
Look,
Look, I don't know. I got up the next day and she'd gone. I woke up at noon and she left me a note that like she's left. And I don't know.
I got up and I went into the living room, and his clothes were just, they were everywhere.
I took my clothes off
it's
out there. I
fine.
didn't
It's
want to wake
not
you
about-
up.
I picked up his shirt and I picked up his pants, and then his wallet was there and it was open, and the
And then what?
and the condom was missing.
The what?
The condom.
You went through my wallet?
It
It's
didn't
a
go
legendary
through your
condom.
wallet.
What do you mean the condom was
The condom
gone?
that you've been carrying for years.
You've been
and
looking into my wallet to see if my condom was there all the
showed
So
time?
what
me.
does he have, like a memento, a
Yeah,
condom
he showed
that?
me. He's had this condom in
can't
his wallet.
believe it.
You showed it to me when we first
So
started
you've
going
been
out.
looking in through my wallet
No,
every time?
No.
Wait a minute. I'm missing something. The condom.
The
was missing.
condom, it's been in there so long it left an outline in the side of his wallet, and
You've been looking into my
I've
wallet
not
all
been
the
looking
time?
into your wallet.
Okay, so let's back up because I'm still like very confused. The condom
The
was
condom,
missing.
it was missing, and if it was missing, then he's obviously used it to have one final fling with that
I
stupid.
did not.
Why? I
You
hope not
have
if it
to
was a-
trust me. You have to trust me. I didn't
don't
do
trust
anything
you at
like
all.
that.
So where is
Well,
it?
here's my question to you. I mean, come on, you have to be realistic, Anna. Let's say, for the sake of argument, the condom was missing. You said it was in there so long that it had a print in the wallet.
That's right.
I would hope that he would have enough sense not to use something that old.
Well, apparently he didn't, and if it wasn't with Sally, then it was with someone else.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Well, I mean,
Look,
Louis, I mean, you could see her being upset. I don't agree with you, though. I mean, you jumped to conclusions and never asked them.
When we
Well,
got
let's-
into this
let's ask him.
relationship,
Let's-
look,
let's
if
ask
she'd
him.
asked me, I would have told
Let's-
her.
you know what?
Ask
I've
him.
been
That's what
cheated
you
on
do.
before, and it's not going to happen again.
So have I.
You
So
know
have
You know,
about my
Anna,
But I
ex.
love
Anna,
you. I love
Anna.
you.
Anna, Angela has a great idea here.
This is where you ask him, gee, what happened to the condom? You didn't think about that, did you?
Look, we were sitting in the kitchen, all of us, and
We who?
The friends. We're friends and
Okay.
Sally, and we were doing party tricks. So we placed a bet on who would come up with the best party trick.
Oh, that was a real good trick.
It
wasn't
really
Luis?
was. Look, I won the bet actually with my trick.
What did you do with your trick?
Yeah, what did you do?
And the
What
condom?
kind of trick could you possibly do without a condom?
It's a very silly trick. Look, it's
You didn't do-
embarrassing.
What did you do?
really.
You didn't do Sally. What did you do? Did you?
No. It's a trick. It's a
'Cause
party
that's not a trick,
It's
'cause
a
that-
very party trick
Maybe
that
you
you
did
use.
Doreen instead.
No, it's a party trick that you do. Well, you use the condom with.
Okay, so
So what did you do?
So what did you do?
Well, I don't have a condom to show you.
That's a
I've
good
actually
one,
got some
Luis.
condoms over here.
a really-
I
What
usually
do you
keep them
do
behind the
with
control panel.
condoms?
Well, I keep them over here just in case. You never know. You got to be safe.
David,
Listen, I've got several.
what has happened?
Yellow, green,
What has happened
white.
to my forum here?
Trusty one right there. I'm sorry.
right,
I'm
look.
keeping it safe.
It's like
All right.
this. You see, you just open it up,
And they said sideshow is
you
dead.
unroll it,
We've got it right here.
P.T. Barnum would
Okay.
love you.
So far, it's
Roll
normal,
it.
sort of.
Oh my, this is embarrassing.
Yeah,
put your
you're
hands
telling me.
in,
Okay, it's got
Slightly.
both hands.
like this. A little bit like this.
Okay.
Right.
So far, so good. Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, that's the perfect size for me right there, I'll tell you. That's
He has-
fantastic. Okay, there it is.
He's got way too much time on his hands. I'll be back with my
Yeah.
resolution. You know, jumping to conclusions is like jumping off a cliff. There's nowhere to go but down. In this case, Anna, you could have solved this little silly dispute by yourself. It just was really simple. Ask him. You chose not to do that. You just left. You know, Luis, you knew that Anna had an issue with Sally and the whole interference issue. And really, you could have gone to the party and come home earlier. You could have limited your alcohol consumption so that there wouldn't, just to keep the peace, because you knew she had an issue with the fact that Sally called all the time and it made her feel uncomfortable. So sometimes, just to keep the peace, it's easier to just come home at a better hour and make sure that you are able to let her know that your love is for her, because you knew that she had an issue with that and you didn't do that. You know, in a relationship, it's your responsibility to communicate your feelings. He doesn't need a crystal ball to see what it is that you're feeling. And even if he had one, he wouldn't know. That's your responsibility. And that didn't happen. You know, when you look at the two of you and the fact that you do love each other, it shouldn't even have been hard for you to communicate with him and tell him how you felt. You also could have communicated better the fact that you really didn't like Sally Collin. You really weren't, you really were not accepting the fact that she was interfering with your relationship. And I don't think you put your foot down enough to let him know your true feelings. What I would say to you that as you move on from this point, look at situations like this and say, if we talk to each other, we'll be able to see how each of us feel and respect those feelings. When it came to the party, you should have gone with him. You should have absolutely just taken your little behind right there with him, held onto his hand and walked right into that party with him. Because you know what? If you'd have been there, then just think he might have used his head to make better decisions instead of using his head as a condom post. And that's that, the final word.
Next on Singles Court, Andrew's a former jerky boy who wants to rekindle a friendship with his ex.
I slept with Jane when I was with Nola.
Is Andy Randy, or is he just trying to make amends?
Yeah, what is it about
Everybody has a special place that gets them rocking. He knows it. He knows it.
Welcome back to Singles Court. I'm David Knight. We're back with two more singles who have a relationship problem that needs some help. And who better to help them than the woman with the final word, relationship expert Angela Segal.
Tell you, David, I think that last case set back Planned Parenthood at least 20 years.
I would say so.
There's a reason they hand out free condoms. It's not to put on your head.
I wouldn't try that at home, is what I'm saying.
Scary.
Angela, meet Nola and Andrew. Nola is an interior decorator and Andrew is in sales. They had a 2-year affair that ended badly, mostly because Andrew was a self-admitted cheat and jerk. Now he has a new partner named Jane who has insisted that Andrew meet with Nola to clear the air. So they've met once, then again, and again. Nola is uncomfortable with these platonic encounters. Andrew claims it's therapeutic. It's the case of kiss and wake up.
Well, Angela, it gets back to the age-old question, can men and women be friends? And I believe that men and women can be friends.
Men could be friends with me, but he's not a man. He's a low-down, dirty, cheat, non-committal liar.
I'm not a non-committal.
What wants to be your friend to me?
I admit, like I said to her, I admit that I was a jerk when I was with her. A few times, I forgot that we had dates and I didn't.
A few
didn't
times
pick her
this
up.
was consistent.
Come on, it was about 3 times.
You said you'd pick me up at 8 and you would get there at 9:30, 10 o'clock.
The time when we went to Shelly's party, I was parked right outside. You just didn't see the car. And the fact of the matter is, look, I was a jerk.
That's a good
but
one.
now I'm with a new woman, Jane. I slept with Jane when I was with Nola. Because when I was with Nola, I was a kid.
It was a year ago.
I was going to say, what
a year ago.
Look,
You
I was.
really
No, you didn't
grown a lot
grow
in a
that
year.
much.
You can grow a lot in a year.
Well, you
And
didn't.
You know what? And maybe,
Yeah,
you know
you're
what?
6 months old.
Let me not even take the credit for that. Jane should take the credit for that. The woman that I'm with now, I'm very committed to, and she's a very enlightened woman. She has asked me to go and make amends for all the things that I've done, and I was a jerk to
But
Nola.
she's not
I was a jerk to Nola.
But she's not accepting it.
And that's the thing, is
no.
she's not
So
accepting
why
it.
did you have
I'm trying to tell her
problem?
that if she can forgive me and we can get past this.
She doesn't have to forgive you.
I don't, and I'm not.
Let me just explain something to you. Forgiveness, you ask for it, but no one owes it to you. They get to decide whether they want to do it or not.
That if she can, everybody needs to be able to have the capacity to forgive, because if they can actually forgive, they can get past it.
I have the capacity to forgive.
So
your
what? You
choice.
can't forgive me.
I was
I am
happy.
totally.
No, excuse me. I was happy that you called and asked me out. Okay?
No.
I wanted to talk to him. Okay?
Why?
Because I don't know, I still had some feelings. I thought, well, maybe, he said he was changing. Could he meet me for coffee? I said, okay, I was open. I mean, I only dated, I wasn't in a relationship.
Okay.
He didn't tell me that he was calling me up because his girlfriend Jane asked him to.
Okay, but then you found that out after you went.
I found that out at the
So
end.
how did you feel about that?
I mean, I was disappointed. I had some expectations, I will admit that.
Okay.
But I mean, it's been 8 months. I was doing good. So I said, fine, we can be friends. But then we
can be friends.
No, we cannot be
but-
friends. I met him at a bar. I mean, I didn't meet him at a bar. We ran into each other at a bar. Okay, we've been drinking.
Okay.
He kissed me on my neck.
I kissed her. See that?
No, but he
that
knows
was just
about my neck.
that was just an impulse. We had been
No,
drinking,
no.
and
An impulse is a cheek,
I wanted
a
to make
forehead,
amends.
a
Like I
hand.
said to
you
you, I
know
wanted
about
to
my
be.
neck. No, you know
What
that
about your
just
neck?
Yeah, what
No,
is it
it's
about your neck, is what we're wondering.
Okay.
Yeah, what is it about your neck?
Everybody has a special place that gets them rocking. He knows. He knows. You did it on purpose.
I didn't remember that. I just.
Oh, come on, man. Come on,
kissed
man.
her on the neck.
In the growing up process, he
You
forgot
know
a few
what it
things
takes
while he
to
was
kiss
growing
me
up,
on the
dude.
neck? He has to remove my hair, bend down. He has to go through some
The
calisthenics.
fact of the matter is, all I want to do is get forgiveness from you because
But you know, but
I
one
know
thing,
that I
Andrew,
have been a jerk.
Andrew, here's the part you keep missing. She gets to choose whether she wants to forgive you or not. So if Jane, the woman that you say you're involved with, has asked you to do it, you've done that much, why can't you just leave her alone now?
Because
Exactly.
I don't believe she has forgiven me yet.
She
And I don't
has
believe.
to
and
forgive
I-
you. You
I-
weak woman.
If I love Jane,
Andrew,
I want to marry
Andrew,
Jane, and Jane will not
Andrew,
come
Go
forward with
marry
me
Jane. Don't
unless you
forget
forgive
about
me.
my forgiveness.
Andrew.
Forget about my forgiveness. Go be
Andrew.
with your
Okay.
woman.
All right.
Andrew, which word didn't you understand? I told you, she told you. She doesn't forgive you. Why can't you just go be with Jane?
Because I need her to forgive me to
But
feel
she
better
doesn't
for
want
myself.
to.
She has to.
I don't have to. And if I do forgive you, it'll be in my own time. Just go and make
Exactly.
your babies with Jane and forget about whether I forgive you or not. If you're truly sorry, you can be free of heart and go do that.
She's
The
right.
fact of the matter is, Jane will not go forward with me
Well,
and
boo-hoo-hoo,
be a relationship
boo-hoo-hoo.
unless
you
you
use
find it in your
use-
heart to forgive
Andrew,
me.
use me
And-
to
No,
get your relationship
no,
going. Yes,
If it's
ma'am.
going to take me a time to, if
Can
we
you
have to
shut
go
up
out
for
for
a
a few
minute? Can you
times
just
and it's going
shut
to
up
take
for a
some
minute?
time
Thank
for you
you.
to forgive me,
Okay,
then
Andrew, the part that I'm missing, because I agree with Nola. I mean, I'm all the way over here on this side. Because it's ridiculous that you would just keep hounding her to forgive you
Angela,
when she's not willing to do so.
Angela, I called Jane.
not
I
hounding her.
called Jane. I spoke with Jane.
Why'd you do that?
Because, I wanted to find out who this Mother Teresa was that was so willing for her boyfriend to come make amends with his ex-girlfriend. I
Okay.
just want to know one thing. You're committed to Jane, right?
I'm committed to Jane.
All you want is friendship from me.
That's right.
You're going to go marry this woman. You're going to leave me alone, right? Because I got her number. I given it to David,
Yeah, I have it
Jane's
right
number.
here.
So let's all three, all four, all five of us get into this thing.
Boy, it's a party, and I didn't even know.
Just
Andrew,
working on it.
you don't look too happy.
Okay, we've got her on the line here.
Jane?
Yes, hi.
Hi. What seems to be the deal here with your boyfriend and the fact that you want him to get forgiveness from Nola? I mean, that's odd.
I have no idea what's going on. I am not Andrew's girlfriend. I'm his office colleague. I have never slept with him. I don't even like him. And I'm astounded to hear how I'm being implicated in all this. I think Andrew is a complete jerk. And I am very angry.
You're angry.
Boy, Andrew, you
Nola.
busted, boy.
Oh, you've changed.
And in my career as a salesman, Angela,
Oh, you're not
I'm
a good
always
one. You
Tell
are
me-
not a good one.
in
Tell me-
sales meetings. I'm constantly my whole
Andrew,
life.
Andrew, help me to understand because you know what? Right now you're about as busted as
I'm trying to
as
say to you,
somebody
in
can
my
be.
career as a salesman,
You're what, a liar?
No, I'm an expert of getting
At
people
lying?
to
At
change
lying.
no's into yeses.
No,
and
but you-
sometimes they
You know what? You're not-
sometimes I have
You
to come
must
up with
be-
elaborate ruses
that's
just to
a
get her.
lie.
And she would
I'm
never.
not a customer.
She would
No,
have
you're
never.
not a
That's a
customer.
lie.
She never would have seen me if I didn't make up this story.
You know
And the
what, if
fact
you-
of the matter is,
You
she
don't know
knows,
whether I
and
would
you
have seen
admit
you
that
or
you
not.
had
You don't
feelings
know.
for me.
You don't know
what?
whether I would have seen you or
I don't
not.
understand.
If you were honest for once in your life.
You know what?
Andrew.
I admit,
Andrew.
I
Andrew.
admit I wasn't honest.
No
I admit,
kidding.
Angela, that I wasn't honest about how this whole thing
Andrew.
got together. But the fact
Andrew,
of the matter
Andrew.
is, the truth is that I love her.
Oh.
And that's why I had to do this whole
Oh,
game and stuff like that.
Is that how
and
you,
that's why,
is that
I
how
mean,
you
I'm
express
sorry.
your love? Pretend you're in a relationship with another woman?
I needed to you. I know you, Nola. You would not ever be with me if I could.
I'm
you
not going
couldn't
to be with
see
you.
me again.
I will never be with you.
Good idea. Good idea. You know what? That's a
Lying,
sale.
dirty
you just,
dog.
You just made a sale,
I'm
Andrew.
sorry. I'm
Ring
so
the register.
sorry.
I'm going to
Please.
resolution.
You're not sorry. You're not
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
You're
You
not
must-
sorry.
The web of deception is always a trap. Andrew, you're busted. Simple as that. You got busted. You know, you keep saying, I'm a salesman, I'm a salesman. You're not a salesman, you're a liar. And they're not synonymous. A good salesperson doesn't lie to make the sale. A good salesperson presents value and therefore the person wants it. So you're a liar. You know, you're not about the relationship, you're about the conquest. You like the chase. And when you had her as a girlfriend, you disrespected her because the thrill was gone. You know, Nola, he's bad news. I don't have to tell you that. If you know, you need to run as fast from him as fast as your little legs will carry you, because there's not even a reason to have a friendship with him. because he wants you to believe that because he went through this effort that means he cares about you. It doesn't mean anything. That's part of the conquest. It's what he enjoys. You're taking for what he is, not for what he says he is. Take him for what you see. You know, when schemes and plots become part of a relationship, usually it's not long before you see the final curtain call. Andrew, this is not a play you're directing. These are people's lives. There are feelings involved. There are other things that you have to consider besides your own conquest and the fact that you think when you get up in the morning and turn on the light, it's daylight. That's not true. That's not the way it works. You know, when you look at the fact that you had someone who did care about you, you didn't play your cards right. So say goodbye. Leave her alone. You know, she doesn't want you. She does not have to accept your apology. She can go her merry way and you can go yours. And I promise you, the next time you ring the register, maybe you'll think a little bit harder about the customer that you're trying to sell. And that's that, the final word.
You know, I've always heard no glove, no love. Well, now I'd say I'm ready for love. I think I'll start by giving Nola a kiss on the neck. You've been watching Singles Court, the final word for singles.